Hi peoples, Carla, Holland-Strange. I am breaking one of my major rules by, usually when I do these videos, I do them one shot and one shot only, or I give up. I just don't keep trying, because if I'm flubbing up or getting everything wrong, then I know it's not meant to be, and I follow my higher powers. Knowledge is that he knows better than I do. But this is so important to me that I keep coming back and trying to do this again. When I first saw the video clip of the arrest at the Goddess Temple in Phoenix, I was incensed. Few things that are wrong. If you are a healer at a Goddess Temple, please be ordained. Then you really do have more rights to your right to religion. Okay? Understand your rights. Contact the ACLU. They'll fight for you to the end. You have that right. Religion and the right to your own body. As long as you're not harming others, you have rights. If you are taking tribute, which every pastor does, donation and tribute, you're not prostituting. But, ladies, let me be honest with you. When I heard your responses on the video, you're not very well trained. I don't think you understand the whole concept of sacred sex magic, and sacred sex healing. Sacred sex practiced between a goddess and a follower is magic. We are all energy entities. Our energy flows straight through the center of our body. It goes from our tailbone up through to our crown. Where I glow all the time? I glow because I'm wide open to my divine, my higher power, my Father. I do practice goddessing. I do believe that we do have our supreme, but there are goddesses and gods here on earth right now. I call them angelics, gods, goddesses. It doesn't really matter to me, because through everything I've gone through in the last 5 years, and then, you know, I've lost over and over and over, and I've really been resentful. But what I realized in the last few days, it was to make me see if I was strong enough for my own convictions, my own belief system. If I got scared enough times, in which that's what you're going through right now, is can they be so afraid that they won't stand by what they believe in? Can they? Can you take the time, if you do believe in healing through sex, can you take the time to learn the dynamics of it? The dynamics works like any geothermal dynamics, okay? Combustion of heat, pressure up through pipes, right? Cleansing. I call it the roto-rooter effect, okay? I do talk to my clients so that they'll understand me. Our body, when it regularly is taken care of through the chakras and manipulated the energy from... Alright, let me explain the chakras real quick, okay? And how important sex is. The Kundalini, just start looking, reading, studying, because it is very important to be a very well-trained healer practitioner, or all you are is a, okay? I know a lot of the temples, and I've seen it, that it's mainly a bunch of, everybody gets together for adult play, but they're not understanding it's sacred. It's an act to bring the human to the God, to share the God's energies with that human. It's to start healing their body through, because when you're in orgasm, and there is nothing that brings you to a higher level and a higher frequency. And what I see when I hear a lot of the ladies blabbering, they don't understand the breath control. That is a major part of sacred sex. The electricity, because a true healer will have electricity through their hands. You'll be able to feel and touch a body to find out exactly where they're damaged, to move that sexual energy up and around to it. It's really a beautiful art, and it is a protected art. Now, if they want to ask you if you get naked and all that stuff, you know what? Nudism is legal. There are 14 nudist resorts here in Texas. That is legal. In fact, one state run. Practicing your religion and your faith as a sacred sex goddess. You don't just wake up one day and say, well, this is what I'm going to do. I know it all. I'm going to go do it. Meditate each day and practice what you preach. Have your orgasms. Have your body attuned to itself. Work with others before you work on the client. Understand that a lot of the clients really need to work with a doctor too. Because I noticed y'all kept saying healers, 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 but it didn't really talk about the physical dynamics of healing. Do you use holistic herbs and medicines with? Do you practice the rest of the goddessing besides the sex part? Do you connect with your divine female? Do you help your clients connect to their divine masculine or female? If you're working with a couple, what do you talk to them about first? Do you interview them first? Or do you just say, hey, let's just do it? A goddess, tantric practitioner, healer is not an overnight thing. And in order for you to have your temple work properly, you actually have to understand it all. Go back to Egypt. Go back to the goddesses have always played a major part. And with our shift into the new reality, we are going to be major to this earth. Because with the rapture, because there is a blend of truth in all faiths, there is a true, they wouldn't be here if there wasn't truth. Different families, different bloodlines, all gyrated and made, their religion came to be because it was truth to their bloodline. Okay? So, when the rapture comes, let's face it, there's more ladies sitting in church every Sunday, and they want to live on clouds. So there'll be a lot more males left here on the earth. A lot of goddesses will be needed. good goddesses. Not crack whores, not people that are doing it to support some pimp. I'm talking about true goddesses that flow with unconditional love and understanding of the healing that is needed to keep a healthy body, a healthy heart, and a healthy spirit. Respect. Ladies, I know y'all had been just arrested and everything, and I know you look rough coming out of jail, but I would have denied an interview at that point, told them you need to go home, and after you got rested up a little bit, then you would give a full interview. If they wanted one, they would get it, instead of making you look like the harried, unkempt hooker that they just busted in a crappy brothel. Now, I'm not saying that I think that way, but I'm telling you what the public would think. If you loved what you were doing, fight. Tell you what, I fight every day. Everybody asks me why I don't get in trouble. Because I do stay on top of everything with the ACLU, the Desiree Alliance. I know my rights. I know that I'm not breaking a law. I know that I pay for everything I buy. I do things legally. And you can too. Now, if anybody wants to ask me any questions, because you know I put myself right out there and wide open to police and everything else harassing me and all the stuff that goes with it, but it's needed. And I figure since I've been kicked so much, I'm not scared of anybody, so it needs to be said. And I guess I'm going to be the one to do it. Anyway, peace out. Many blessings. Massive orgasms. Carla Holland-Strange. A very proud, sacred, sexual healer and goddess. Je m'attends fierté d'autre part. Shena, Shener, Shener. Watch the top of my head. My divine comes through.